son of a... I was muted the whole time. Sorry about that, comrades. I was saying, welcome back. I'm sorry that I'm so late starting tonight. My schedule has been starting to get more and more full again, but I'm still making sure to spend at least a bit of time streaming Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice here. Now, when last we left off, I believe we were a little ways into the investigation on day 2. So... It's not every day you get to see an airship up close like this. So I'm pretty psyched for this. Me too, if it wasn't for the fact that it's the scene of a murder. Oh, right. I almost forgot about that part. A strong wind blew this bench straight through the air, apparently. It looks like they fixed the sign, but left the bench right where it landed. I wonder why. Maybe the repair guy just hasn't gotten around to it yet. Oh, tower. So that one little tower is all that's keeping the airship from being blown away? Apparently. It must be sturdier than it looks. You know what it reminds me of? A single mom raising 3 kids while holding down a full-time job. Sure. Where did that analogy even come from? Okay. I think that's everything here. Unfortunately, I cannot examine the dog. So, I don't remember... Oh, I'm supposed to go to the hold. Okay, that would be it. September 22nd. Flying Chapel. Hold. So this is the hold. This is where Pierce orchestrated the whole cover-up operation. We'd better go over this place with a fine-tooth comb. Hey, Nick. Weren't we supposed to need a key card to get in here? Huh, you're right. I wonder why it was unlocked. How's it going, Mr. Wright? Emma, what are you doing here? Just a little independent investigating for my own sake. Gotta keep the mind sharp. Ah, so the door security system was turned off for the police investigation. We'd like to investigate the hold ourselves. Would that be all right? Yeah, sure. The police just finished their examination anyway. Thanks. We'll just take a quick look around then. Oh, right. You should know that the floor doubles as a huge lift. You can use that lever way back there to raise it up to the Vista deck. The police inspected it already, but didn't find anything of particular interest, it seems. If you do go up to the Vista deck with the lift, be careful not to fall off. Got it. Thanks. That goes double for you, Maya! Yes, ma'am! Well, let's get this show on the road. Okay, so I can talk to you about the incident as well. Any progress with your investigation? Nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Almost everybody was involved in the cover-up. So it's hard to know who or what to believe. I know what you mean. Unless you have some compelling evidence, I'm afraid it's going to be a tough trial for you. You're telling me. There isn't much time left, so I've just got to make do and see what I can turn up. Very well. Gears. So this is the airship's engine. It's pretty impressive. It's all rhythmic like a heartbeat. It's the literal heart of the Flying Chapel. Look at all those huge gears spinning around and around and around and around and... Oh, I think I'm starting to get dizzy. Yeah, me too. What's this now? These must be the dishes and glasses they use for receptions. Very fancy. I bet we'd be in big trouble if we broke any of them. Ooh, I want to see Nick! Don't do it, Maya. You, young lady, need to stay far, far away from them. Nick! You think I'm gonna break them, don't you? Yes! Let's just say your rap sheet for breaking things doesn't help your case. flowers.
These are the flowers we saw in Larry's photo.
The petals make them look like little gears. Perfect flower for the Sprocket family, huh? Maybe they were gonna shower the couple with the petals.
You mean kind of like how people throw rice or confetti?
Yeah, like that. Only these were found at the scene of a murder instead. Cake.
Ooh, it's a cake, Nick! A cake! It's so big they wouldn't miss one little piece, would they?
If you're that in the mood for a mouthful of styrofoam, sure, knock yourself out.
You mean it's not real? Well, it sure fooled me. I was so ready to have some that I'm really craving cake now. Come on, Nick, let's go get some!
Maybe after the trial is over. Huh? Looks like there are some fingerprints on this candelabra.
Yeah, I just got done dusting that. I was able to pull a set of left-hand prints.
Do you know whose prints they are?
Yes. The prints belong to the victim, Dumas Gloomsbury. Nick! I just figured out something amazing!
You did?
Get this! If the fingerprints on the candelabra were from his left hand, then Mr. Doom and Gloom must have been left-handed! What do you think of that? Do I have the makings of a great detective or what?
Oh yes, your deductive reasoning skills are nearly encyclopedic.
Hey, you're pretty good, Maya! I looked into it myself, and sure enough, the victim really was left-handed. Really? I got it right? Awesome!
Good for you, Maya.
Good for you? That's all you've got to say?
I think you did a real great job, Maya. Way to go! I guess one can never have too much info.
Now you're talking!
But come to think of it, this candelabra isn't in the photo Larry took of the hold, is it?
That picture was taken when they were getting ready for the first reception, right? The candelabra must have been brought in here sometime after that, then.
It's still possible it has something to do with the incident, though. I'd better add it to the evidence file just in case. Candelabra added to the court record. I called this 2 sessions ago, I think. I remember...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright.
I'm trying to distinguish Maya's voices a bit more. Anyway, there was a note here that we have in the evidence right here, Gloomsbury's note. The writing is smudged as though written by a right-handed person, i.e. not Gloomsbury. That's going to be important in the trial, I'm sure of it.
You can have this fingerprint powder if you like.
You're giving this to us?
Sure. I have 4 other sets.
Thanks. I feel like there's something more to the candelabra, but I can't put my finger on it. What's that, a wedding bell?
According to the pamphlet, it's used on the Vista deck during wedding ceremonies to bless the newlyweds.
I guess they disassemble and store it away here in the hold when it's not being used. Ah, here we go. This is something important. So there are 2 male-peggable lanterns in the reception hall. That must mean that these two are female Pega-Cow lanterns.
Larry got their sexes mixed up when he replaced the one in the reception hall, huh? Didn't he see the horns? The difference is pretty glaring, if you ask me.
And yet he managed not to notice. That's what makes Larry, Larry. And Larry being Larry is why I've seen more than my fair share of trouble for a lifetime.
Oh, Mr. Wright? You know that lantern the victim was found in... That lantern the victim was found inside of in the reception hall? I'm just about to go piece it back together so the police can examine it.
Oh, okay. We'll stop by for a look too once you're done fixing it. Okay, airplane.
Oh, look, Nick! It's an airplane!
I wonder if Soren built that one too.
Hey, why don't we take it for a spin? Just a quick tour around the neighborhood.
And who do you propose is going to pilot that wooden death trap?
Me, of course. Who else? Don't worry, I've seen people fly airplanes on TV plenty of times.
I think I'll pass. I've still got my whole life ahead of me. Oh look, there's the lever to the left that Ema told. There's the lever to the left Ema told us about.
Let's try going up on it. I'll go flip the switch. Here goes nothing!
Wait, I'm not even on it yet! Oh. Hello, Bloodstain. Hey, Maya, stop the lift!
Whoops, sorry, I got a little carried away.
Never mind that, move over a little.
Okay.
Is that blood?
Blood! Let me see!
Could it be Mr. Gloomsbury's blood?
Well, this lift goes up to the Vista deck where the murder took place, so I think that's the most logical conclusion.
But I thought the victim was clubbed to death and there wasn't much blood. Something tells me I'd better take a picture of this. The thick blottons. Bloodstain that was found on the side of the lift of the hole. It's unknown whose blood it is. I should ask Ema about it some more later. Maya, can you bring the lift back down now?
You got it! I'll go flip...
Sorry, Ema again.
You got it. I'll go flip the switch again. There! Done!
I want to find out some more about that blood stain, but for now I guess we should go up to the Vista deck and take a look around the actual crime scene for ourselves.
The view must be great from up there. I bet it'll be awesome.
You mean it would be if it wasn't the scene of a murder?
Okay, to the Vista deck we go. Make sure you actually get on the lift this time, Nick.
I know.
Okay, I'll just flip the switch again, and away we go. Wow, look at the gorgeous view.
So this is where Ellen was attacked and Mr. Gloomsbury was killed. Yeesh, one wrong step and it's kersplat on the ground below.
Should we go investigate the stuff that's a little closer to the edge?
Well, I don't see much of anything over there. The police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so maybe we don't need to?
Oh, I get it. You're scared, aren't you, Nick?
Of course not! Come on, let's go back down and finish checking out the hold. We just have to watch it go all the way back down. Okay. So we've examined everything here, but it didn't pull me away from the examination, so perhaps I have in fact missed something. Something muy importante. Vista deck. No, it doesn't look like I have. Oh, I need to talk to... Oh. She's still here. Ema, can we check out this candelabra a little more?
A little more? What are you... Oops!
What happened?
I almost dropped the candelabra and the candle slipped off.
Well, let's be careful with that. It might be important evidence.
Wait a minute.
Now what?
One of the pins that hold the candles is broken.
What?
There's definitely something fishy about this candelabra.
There is? What makes you say that?
Call it forensic investigator's intuition. We already dusted this for prints earlier, so let's test it with luminol this time.
Knowing Ema, she'd use every test she has at the same time if she could.
Just hang on, this will only take a second.
I hope this turns up a new lead somehow. Well, Ema, did you find anything?
Take a look at this, Mr. Wright.
Ah, what is all that blood doing on there? This was the murder weapon. Candelabra from the hole bearing fingerprints from Bloomsbury. Yep, traces of blood were found on it.
Maybe somebody got hurt while they were setting up for the reception?
I think someone went stabby with the candle holder, and that's why it broke off.
These pins are pretty sharp.
But if one of the pins is broken, it means there was some force involved. Do you think maybe somebody got stabbed?
But nobody reported anything like that.
Hello, Sparkle. That's quite a bit of blood. I wonder whose it is. If I have anything that might shed some light on that, I should probably show it to Ema. Present that to her. Present this. Ema, about this bloodstain, doesn't something about it strike you as odd?
What's so odd about the victim's blood?
That's not exactly... There's just something about it that bothers me.
Now that you mention it, I can't say I necessarily disagree with you.
Maybe I should talk about this some more with her. There we go. About this bloodstain.
What about it?
There's something about it that's been bothering me.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Well, there's a huge bloodstain on the crime scene lift and a bloodstained candelabra. Now, this is only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source.
I guess that is a possibility.
Can we compare the two bloodstains? Would that take a lot of time?
Are you kidding? Don't underestimate the power of science! It'll be done in a jiffy. And the results are in! That didn't take long now, did it? It seems that the blood from the lift and candelabra are from the same person.
Bloodstain found inside the lift matches the blood on the candelabra. Alright. Candelabra updated in the court record. Well, the victim was clubbed to death, and there wasn't all that much blood.
But if this isn't Mr. Gloomsbury's blood...
Well, this is just a guess, but what if Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed somebody with the candelabra pin? Ah. That would explain both the huge bloodstain on the lift and the blood on the candelabra.
Oh my goodness! If that's true, then that means there was somebody else present at the scene of the murder!
It does, doesn't it? This just might substantiate Ellen's statement about a third person. Ema, could you have this blood analyzed?
Sure thing!
Mysterious bloodstain on the candelabra with the victim's prints on it. This just might be the thing to back up Ellen's memory of seeing a third person. Next up, the reception hall. Might be worth taking another look around in there.
The reception hall? The forensics team is in there investigating right now.
Oh, they are?
Well, we don't have time to just sit around, so let's go check out something else.
Good idea. We could go question some people. Especially Soren. I have quite a few questions for that guy.
Sounds good, Nick. Off to do some legwork then?
Yep. I thought we'd head to Soren's house for starters.
He was accompanying the police on their investigation here earlier, but he's probably home by now.
Great, thanks. Later, Ema. Let's go. Wait, what? Oh, do I have to go out to the... No. Is it here? Yes. Okay. Okay, I was getting mixed up a little bit because I thought that Amos said this was where the forensics team was, but no, no, no. She was talking about the reception hall in the airship, right? Yes. September 22nd, Sprocket Manor, foyer.
I still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is.
Just don't touch anything.
I wasn't going to.
She was definitely going to.
I was told I had guests.
Thank you for seeing us, Soren. We know you're busy. We'd like to ask you a few questions about the case, if you wouldn't mind. Soren?
You're Ellen's lawyer, right?
Huh? Yes, that's right. Don't tell me he doesn't remember me.
Will Ellen be found guilty?
We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're here investigating. Will you please tell us what you know? Soren?
Alright, fine.
What was that pause all about? It was you who gave the order for that large-scale cover-up plan, isn't that right?
What large-scale cover-up? Don't play dumb with us! You held 2 wedding receptions in order to try and cover up Mr. Bloomsbury's murder!
Ellen thought that through the power of the timekeeper you built, she traveled back in time.
So that's why there were 2 receptions.
See? It was Pierce! Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? Looks like I'll have to delve deeper here. So the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time, you're not the one who was behind it all? Pierce Nickety stated in court that you were the one who ordered it to be carried out.
Pierce said that? I see. I leave him in charge of everything around me. So whatever he decides is, in essence, my decision, too.
So I take it that you didn't know anything about the cover-up?
That's none of your business.
But you were in 2 wedding receptions in a row. And still you claim to know nothing?
I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave.
But Soren... Ow!
Oh, there's something written on this paper. There's something written on this paper airplane. Let's see. Go away!
Doesn't get clearer than that, huh? He's looking especially uncooperative, but maybe I can grab his attention somehow. There's still that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. It's worth a try. Yes, this music is nice pop. I think this is the music that plays. I think this is the music that plays when you're speaking with a difficult witness. Does this bring anything to mind? Okay, that's the wrong evidence. Even some small vague detail will do. Has Phoenix ever tried ducking? Ah! This guy really doesn't want to talk, does he? How about... Soren, have you ever seen this before?
That's...
Soren, what is it?
nothing.
Why did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? He's gone pale as a ghost, too. Soren!
Nick, look at his stomach. He's bleeding.
Somebody help! Soren's collapsed!
Master Soren!
Get him to the hospital, quickly now! Yeah, yeah, you get it, Sparkle. Poor Soren. That must be one serious wound. What is it, Nick?
It's Soren who got stabbed, and the old wound just opened up. Well, when I showed him the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed, so I was just thinking that maybe his injury is...
Huh? What's this?
It's Soren's notebook. He must have dropped it in the rush to get him to the hospital.
Oh, his notebook, huh? I wonder what's written in it, don't you? Come on, you know you want to take a peek.
Soren's notebook. What to do? We're gonna have to look. I feel guilty snooping around in somebody's personal notebook, but maybe we should take a little look-see. Whoa! It's filled with big words written in tiny letters. I guess he uses this notebook to write down his invention ideas?
Huh? What is it? Did you find something?
After March 8th of last year, the content of this notebook changes dramatically.
Like how?
Well, ever since that date, Soren's been writing down every detail of his life. As in, every.
Maybe he decided to start keeping a diary?
This is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary.
Either he's really compulsive, or maybe just plain forgetful.
Is it really as simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that made Soren change.
Well, why don't you let me take a look at that and I'll tell you.
Hey, Maya, let go or we'll rip it!
Now look what you did. You dropped it. You should have just let me take a look.
How is this my fault?
Oh no! Nick!
Ah! It fell into that pool of Soren's blood! I can't read a thing on these 2 pages now.
Uh-oh. You're gonna get it now.
I guess it really is my fault after all. Let's just put it away carefully for now. We can't let anything else happen to it, you hear? A database-like notebook that chronicles the events of each day in minute detail. Soren's notebook added to the court record.
Huh? Hey, look, there's something sticking out of the notebook. It looks like a newspaper article.
RAL company heir dies in crash. That's not Soren? Let's see, it's about the... Oh, no, it's the sister. Let's see, it's about the car accident Soren's sister died in. It happened on March 8th. Yeah. Did Soren forget he was stabbed? No, he just kind of started to lose his mind in grief over his sister, I imagine. March 8th. That's the day Soren's notebook completely changed. Oh, wow!
What else does it say?
It says the driver at the time of the accident was Dumas Gloomsbury. It says Soren was in the car too and that he had sustained severe injuries. It's just like Pierce said. Soren completely changed after the accident. So Gloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. That opens up the distinct possibility
Of?
Soren holding a grudge against Gloomsbury. Oh, you're thinking when he was shown the candelabra, why did he start bleeding? Yes, Gloomsbury driver, and Gloomsbury's the murder victim in this case. Does that mean that Soren did it?
You think Soren could have?
I don't know. It's not like I have any proof. We should talk to Pierce about this when we return Soren's notebook to him. Though he doesn't seem to be here right now. Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel. Did Pierce do it on Soren's behalf and then try to frame Soren's fiancée for it? And Soren's like, why would you do this? But also, I don't want to be caught either! You know? Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel.
September 22nd, Sprocket Park. Mooring dock. I sure hope Pierce is around here somewhere.
Ah, Mr. Wright, Miss Fay.
Hello, Pierce. We were just looking for you.
I'm sorry for Master Soren's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincerest apologies.
It was totally understandable, really, but shouldn't you be at his side right now?
It's fine. The other servants are with him, and I'm in constant contact with them. Do not forget to give him his pain medication, and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also, see to it that he's not up and about. He needs complete bed rest.
Is this what happens? Is this what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones? For normal peasant phones?
I must return to Master Soren now, but did you want something of me?
Actually, here's Soren's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed. I hope Pierce doesn't notice the blood stain.
Oh, thank you very much for this. I will see to it personally that Master Soren gets it back.
Thank you. Soren's notebook given to Pierce.
I trust you did not look inside.
Oh, of course not.
Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see.
Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I asked you a few questions about the case?
Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Soren. So, if you could make it quick, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Alright, I'll make this as quick as I can. I'd like to ask you about the cover-up you tried to pull off, if you don't mind.
I told everything there is to tell in court already. Disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation is simply a part of my job.
Sounds like a lovely job description.
I have nothing more to say on the matter. I will say I do not think it's wise to spend time on topics that have already been discussed.
Right. The accident. Pierce, could you tell us more about this accident?
Where did you find that? Did I not already tell you about that accident?
You did, but you conveniently left out one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Gloomsbury was driving the car at the time.
Oh? Did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then.
If Mr. Gloomsbury caused the accident, why didn't the Sprocket family fire him? Wouldn't that usually be the natural consequence of such a huge mistake?
Please do not misunderstand. Gloomsbury stayed on with the family. On Master Soren's request.
Uh-oh. What?
That is the type of person Master Soren is. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selena's kind nature. She was such a sweet person that even in her last moments she thought of Master Soren.
Not only did Soren not hold a grudge against Gloomsbury, he insisted on keeping him on. Keep him so you can stab him later. Yep. Now I really don't understand how that guy's mind works. Hello, Red. Nice little dancing person. Selena's last moments, eh? So, you were present for Selena Sprocket's last moments?
Yes, in my professional capacity. The accident happened on the way to a certain party.
And what kind of a party was it?
It was Miss Selena's engagement party. Bloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selena's and Master Soren's were critical. They were brought to the Sprocket family's regular hospital.
Wow, to have such a terrible thing happen on what was to be a day of celebration.
Thanks to the surgeon in charge, Master Soren pulled through. Miss Selena, she... The last words Miss Selena said to me were... Please please help Soren. Ever since then, I've attended Master Soren and tried to help him in any way I can.
I see. Then that wound from... Due to this man's long hair, he would either blend in very well as a spy in Azur Lane or be stabbed in the chest like Aerith. I'm starting to think that... Oh wait, no. If Bloomsbury was there, stabbed somebody in there, then perhaps... Now I really think Pierce did it. Pierce is the guilty party here. Selena's fiance must have been devastated.
Indeed. The shock of losing Miss Selena was so great, he quit being a surgeon.
He was a surgeon? Wait, so the surgeon who tried to save them both was he?
Yes, he was Miss Selena's fiance.
What a terrible tragedy. How awful. So where's her fiance now?
Good question. I wonder that sometimes myself.
So Selena had a fiance. I'd like to find out more about him, but I doubt I'll find him anytime soon. Is he Pierce?
So are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going.
Could you please just tell me a little more about Soren?
There's nothing more to tell.
I can't seem to get any real answers out of him just by asking him questions, but there is that piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Maybe he'll be able to tell me something about it. Pierce, have you ever seen this candelabra before?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Here we go! Awfully sad being unable to save your own fiancé. Yep. My Magatama reacted. Pierce must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break those psyche locks and find out what.
Take that!
Let's go! I'm starting to think he was the surgeon. Pierce's secret. Pierce, you're hiding something from me about this candelabra, aren't you?
It's one of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Is there something special about it?
Actually, yes. There's some blood on it, you see. I think the blood might belong to this person. Take that.
Take that!
Soren has a rather nasty wound on his body, doesn't he?
Yes, Master Soren is indeed injured.
Are any of the other people involved with this case injured?
Not as far as I know.
I see. Then let me ask you this, Pierce. Do you suppose Soren could have been more directly involved than you're letting on?
What in the world would make you think that?
Oh, I've got my reasons. Mr. Bloomsbury's fingerprints were found on this candelabra stem, which leads me to believe that Mr. Bloomsbury stabbed Soren with it.
Cannot possibly think Master Soren is the one responsible for the murder.
I don't have any conclusive evidence of that at the moment, but I do think he had a motive. This proves that Soren had a motive to kill Mr. Bloomsbury. Take that!
Take that!
This one was obvious, because we talked about it already. Even though it was an accident, Mr. Bloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Soren's sister
Well, let us suppose that Bloomsbury did stab Master Soren with the candelabra. Can you prove that it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location for some other reason.
away. Sorry, but I can prove it was related to this case.
Oh, really?
Soren's stabbing and Mr. Bloomsbury's death are definitely connected.
Are they now?
This is the piece of evidence that ties Soren's injury to Mr. Bloomsbury's murder. Take that!
Take that!
You haven't played this variant of Phoenix, but all I'm going to say is Bloomsbury was fine during the accident and said, "'Tis but a scratch," and walked away. Sounds like it. That's usually how it goes with these things. The driver usually ends up better off than the passengers. just due to instinct kicking in at the moments immediately before the crash itself. A blood stain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and Vista deck. Its blood matches the blood that's on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you this information is correct. This blood stain on the lift indicates an important fact. It shows us that Soren's blood is on the lift, which can only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Soren was at the scene of the crime.
You are very astute, Mr. Wright. It appears I cannot hide this from you any longer. Very well. I'll tell you everything.
Okay, so the third person was Soren. We see that now. Could you tell me about Soren's injury?
Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Soren himself. As you surmised, Master Soren was stabbed by Gloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. The happy couple was in the reception hall when suddenly Gloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Soren went to stop him and found himself in a struggle with Gloomsbury. That's when Master Soren was stabbed with the candelabra, he said. Even though Master Soren was badly injured, he went after Gloomsbury.
So Soren really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he?
Yes, that's correct. However, by the time Master Soren arrived at the scene, Gloomsbury had already been murdered.
So Pierce is saying that Soren was at the crime scene, but he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself. Even still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me?
I'm very sorry. Master Soren's injury and Bloomsbury's murder are not directly related, so I decided not to mention it so as not to unnecessarily complicate the investigation.
You didn't want Soren to be accused, in other words.
Now then,
You didn't want to put him under suspicion.
I am sorry, but I'm afraid I really must go now. Please excuse me.
Thank you for your time. Pierce should have just told us everything in the first place and saved us all a lot of time. Yeah, but I guess it isn't that simple for him. He is the family butler, after all. He sure didn't make our job any easier, though, did he? But at least we learned something new. Soren was at the scene of the crime. That's true. One step forward is better than none. So what next, Nick? Let's see. The forensics team might be done investigating the reception hall by now. Let's go check it out. Sounds like a plan. All right, what do we see now? The repaired bag of beef. September 22nd. Flying Chapel, reception hall. It looks like the police are done with their investigation in here. I wonder if it's okay for us to take a look around. Take a look around now. Oh, hi, Mr. Wright. Hi, Emma. Would it be all right if we investigate in this room now? Sure. The police are all done, so go for it. Oh, remember that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. I have to say, it's some of my best work. Sounds like the repair job was a resounding success. Thanks, Emma. We'll take a good look at it, too. Well, I have to be getting back to the station. Try not to mess up the crime scene if you can help it. We'll be careful. I'll be seeing you. Bye, Emma, and thank you. Well, shall we get started? It was Maya. Imagine. Oh, there's something sparkling over there. Hey, I think that tablecloth is new. They must have changed it since yesterday. Huh? How can you tell? Because the food stains that were there are now gone. I should have known it's because it's food related. Sparkly thing. This is where the murder weapon, the timekeeper, was displayed. I guess it's in police custody now. Huh? What's this? A key? Let's ask the maid about it.
Good idea. She might be able to tell us something. Excuse me, could I ask you a question?
Oh, of course. What would you like to know?
Do you know anything about this key?
It's the key that starts up the timekeeper.
A startup key?
That's right. Oh, the first startup of love ceremony was so beautiful. The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love, and when they put them together, oh, how romantic it was.
Key of love. Our achieved key used to activate the timekeeper. You thought it was scissors? First startup of love ceremony. What exactly did that entail?
Oh, it's a ceremony in which the couple activated the timekeeper together for the first time. I suppose it was kind of like a cake-cutting ceremony.
And what are these symbols of their love you mentioned?
Well, that's kind of an industry secret, so I can't really say. I'm sorry, I'd better be getting back to my work.
Looks like there's an order from above not to talk about it. Windows.
It's another beautiful day outside, isn't it?
Yeah, if only it wasn't the scene of a murder, we could really enjoy it.
True.
It must be tough for the maids to have to work on a beautiful day like today.
Oh, we don't mind.
Whoa! I didn't think you could hear me way over here.
We don't think of it as simply cleaning. It's more like we're wiping away all of the sadness stuck to this airship.
Wow, talk about devoted. I guess we've checked out everything of interest in this area. Repair job.
Nick!
What's wrong, Maya?
This hasn't moved an inch since the last time we looked at it.
It would be pretty creepy if it had. Look, we're in the middle of an important investigation, so try not to shout, okay? Explains why Ellen has been bleeding too. Yep.
I was just hoping it'd change somehow, you know, so it'd be more interesting.
The last thing we need is for things to get more interesting. Guess we turn around. Tables made. Hey, take a look at that door. I wonder where it goes.
Shall we open it up and see?
Wait! Please don't open that! It's the emergency escape hatch! It leads directly outside! You'll fall to your death!
Whew, that was a close one, huh, Maya?
I'll say.
Okay, turn around again. Ah, that must be the repaired one. Oh, yeah, definitely. Here's the broken lantern all patched up. And I do mean patched.
Emma said this was some of her best work, so I know she put a lot of effort into it.
It was pretty smashed up. Must have been a lot of work to piece it back together. Well, she gets an A for effort at any rate. Huh? This wheel handle on the back has some blood on it. Looks like somebody gripped it with a bloody hand.
Maybe the blood got there when the killer was putting old Doom and Gloom's body inside? Do you see anything else worth noting?
Well, there's another one of these lanterns over there, so it might be a good idea to really compare the two later. The lantern in which the victim's body was found, even restored, but something about it still seems off. The blood. Oh, and the wing. The wing's still messed up. Okay, what's that leave? Oh, we can examine this anew now.
Excuse me, is the fog machine ready to use now?
No, I'm afraid not. We only put dry ice in it when there's an actual reception.
I see, that's too bad.
She still wants to blast me with a cloud of smoke, doesn't she? Don't understand why didn't even have to restore it? Forensics investigation. I guess. Okay, we turn around again. May we speak to this? Nope.
missing something. Oh, what? I can examine this again. Oh, now that I've seen the... Yeah, time to do the comparison. This is the unbroken peggable. This is the unbroken peggable lantern. And this is the one that Nemo restored. I wouldn't say they look exactly the same, more that they're made up of the same parts.
Wait a minute.
What is it, Maya?
I think there's something off about this peggable.
Just about everything about it looks off to me.
I'm not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right. Show me the restored lantern again.
Hey, I know. It's this, right?
What? Where?
The thing about the restored lantern that's off is the angle of the wings. I got it! The angle of that wing is different. And it's attached all wrong.
Well, duh, Nick. I could have told you that. There's something more subtle. Something that feels just slightly off. You know what I mean?
No, not really. Still, maybe it's... The shape of the horns is different, isn't it? How they're curved and their size and stuff.
I don't know. The curve and size seem the same as the unbroken one to me.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They're pretty much identical, huh? In that case, you swear your brain just had a stroke, you joined the stream and thought I was speaking Japanese for a solid 5 seconds? Wow. Also, hi Hazel. Thanks for coming in. Now, oh wait, that's right. The color of the I was avoiding the color of the wheel handle option because I thought, wait, it's already different because the one is covered in blood. However, that's right, even ignoring the blood stain, this handle is white, whereas the other one is kind of orangish brown, isn't it? Look, it's the wheel handle. It's a different color altogether. Emma got the inside and outside wheel handles switched around.
Oh, wow, you're right.
Then that means the blood was the bloody grip was on the inside handle.
And there's blood here on this handle as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand.
Right. Which means that the blood got on the handle from inside the lantern. Interesting.
Do you think the blood got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern?
It's really hard to say at this point. Whew. Well, I think we've checked out everything relevant to this case. What are you two... Wait, what are you... What are you two doing here? Wait, what are you doing here?
What are you two doing here?
Soren, shouldn't you be resting in bed? You're injured! You'll not be here long because soon your favorite person ever is finally returning home. Oh yes, Futaba came back from Japan. Yes. Very nice, very nice.
How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. My notebook. I need my notebook.
What's the matter with him?
My notebook. I have to have...
Master Soren! Master Soren, I told you to stay in bed.
My notebook.
Here you go.
Yes, this is it.
So Soren gets emotionally unstable without that notebook of his. Looks like he's calmed down now. Soren, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wound were to open up again? He needs to rest. I guess you're right. Now, if you'll excuse us. Master Soren, let us retire.
All right.
Thank you for the hydrate, Redeem Heck. I see that. However, I'm out of water. I'm gonna go fix that. Back in a minute. All right. It's full again. Thank you. All right, let's keep going.
There they go.
Pierce is right. I guess he really isn't in any condition to be questioned. Well, let's go back to the agency and sort through what we've learned. Oh, is this going to be it for Investigation Day 2? Or is something else going to happen? September 22nd, Write Anything Agency. We're back. We're back. Anybody here?
Oh, hi, boss.
Athena, I thought you were with Trucy?
I guess you could say that I'm taking a short break. But enough about me. What about the investigation? Did you find out anything?
Well, turns out that the third person Ellen says she saw at the crime scene might have be Soren Sprocket.
What? Really? I always thought he seemed suspicious.
The thing is, by the time Soren got to the Vista deck, the murder had already occurred, apparently.
No way! I don't buy that! Not for a second! It's a cover-up! A cover-up, I tell you!
That's certainly a possibility. And as a lawyer, it's certainly a possibility I have to pursue, but...
But what? It's your job, right? So pursue the heck out of it!
Out if it...
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams!
Yeah, but... Is that really what's best for Ellen? Is that really what's best for Ellen?
Soren could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow. Soren could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow. But if we don't pursue this possibility, Ellen could be found guilty instead. Oh man. Either way, it sure doesn't spell out happily ever after for the two of them. So what are you gonna do, Mr. Wright?
I can't let an innocent person get convicted, so I guess all I can really do is pursue the truth. even if it ends up devastating Ellen.
What a tough call to make. Still, there's always a chance, right? Maybe something will come up during the trial that'll save their marriage.
I hope so. I really do. It was Pierce. Well, Maya, let's go.
Break the news to Ellen, you mean?
Yep.
Mr. Wright, please take me with you! I bet I can help you counsel Ellen through this piece of bad news.
Athena, I appreciate the offer, but don't you have somewhere else to be?
Do I?
Athena, what are you doing here? I've been looking all over for you. Come on now, let's get back to practicing.
No! Wait! My body can't take it anymore! Boss, you gotta help me!
The lawyer always keeps their promises, Athena.
But boss!
If you bail on me one more time, Athena, I'm gonna use a real blade on you.
Sorry, Athena, but somebody's got to do it. Better you than me, though. Hang in there, kiddo. Come on, Maya. We better get going. Here we go. September 22nd. Detention Center. Visitors room. Hello, Ellen.
How did your investigation go, Mr. Wright?
Before I answer that, I need to ask you something. Was Soren with you when Mr. Bloomsbury attacked you in the reception hall?
I'm sorry I kept it from you. I was afraid that he'd come under suspicion if I told you. So I kept quiet about it. I'm really sorry.
I see. I thought it was probably something like that. Listen, Ellen, I'm afraid I had to make a very difficult decision based on what I found out.
What kind of decision?
This is very hard for me to say, but the mysterious person you saw at the scene of the crime was most likely Soren.
What?
In other words, in court tomorrow, I'm afraid I'll have to propose the possibility that Soren is the true culprit.
No! Soren is innocent!
Don't you see, if I don't try to pursue that line of thought, you'll be found guilty.
No!
Please, Helen, calm down.
Soren just can't be found guilty. I'd much rather I be found guilty instead.
Ellen, you can't let yourself think like that. Marriage is for life, right? Do you really think you can run away from the truth and still be truly happy with him?
You're not married, so how can you possibly understand? Sometimes you just gotta do whatever it takes to make things work.
But, Nick, you talk to her.
Hey, don't just dump this all on me.
Mr. Wright, I'm innocent and Soren is too. So please, prove our innocence in court.
I'll certainly do everything in my power. I just hope she doesn't lose control like this in court tomorrow. Oh, don't worry, she will. To be continued. Save game, yes. I'll save here. Yes. And okay, that's actually perfect. I can end things off here. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Be sure to come by... Wait, what? Did I saved, right? Yes, I did. Okay, good, good. All right. Don't forget to join the Discord for things like free games, announcements on schedule changes, votes, that sort of thing. And also, You can go to that link to contribute if you wish to contribute to this stream directly. If you do, I will draw you pixel art of your choice, and if you wish, you may also guest star on the stream. So don't miss out on that opportunity. And finally, if you have Prime, be that Amazon or Twitch, then you do get one free sub. I would appreciate it if you use that sub on me, but I'd be happy to. I'm just happy to make sure that you're using it at all. Anyway, that covers everything. So, wait, hang on. I'm looking for someone to raid. Thank you again for watching, everybody. Oh, it looks like Tuppence is... Oh, Tuppence is doing Outer Wilds. Okay, let's see how that's going for him. All right. I'll be back Tuesday as well with a new Mario 64 ROM hack. So don't miss out on that either. I have something interesting lined up. Until then, comrades.
That called a Shadow Heart. I could have read that. Now, this is epic.